Testing. Oh wait, no, not muted. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? It's Friday. Heck yeah. My white balance is all blown to shit. Why is my white balance so bad? Why is white balance always bad? It's good enough. Good enough. Good enough. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It is Friday, and we have a nice, simple, easy stream. We are unboxing the K1C. I've been this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Because this has been a very hit and miss printer. Some people seem very happy with theirs. Other people seem to have gotten lemons. They reached out to me. This is the first official time Creality has sent me a printer. For those keeping track at home, this is the first time Creality has actually sent me a printer. They said they were gonna send me a K1, and that never happened. It never showed up. So now I have the K1C. They reached out in December. They're like, hey, do you want it? I'm like, yeah. They're like, cool, we're gonna send it right away. And it's now March, and I got it. It showed up yesterday. I came home at like 8 o'clock at night, and it was at my front door. So I'm like, sweet, we have a printer. So we'll do the Prusa tomorrow. No, it wasn't opened by customs. If it's opened by customs, they put stickers on it saying they were opened by customs. This is how it came. The only thing I've done is like hide my shipping information. So it is fresh in the box. I am really hoping that since it took so long to get here, I don't have a dealer sample. I'm hoping I got just a printer off the shelf. I'm really hoping, because I think it's more interesting that way. So we're gonna get this unboxed. There's no point really doing the overhead camera because the box is kind of big. I was gonna do a Cerveza Crystal meme, one opening the box, but I couldn't find the file, just the blank thing, and I didn't have time to set it up properly. So unfortunately, no memes today. But I'll put this on the floor and we'll get this unboxed. But before we do that, yes, you. Do you want to win a spool of filament? Because every stream we give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win at the end of the stream today, probably around 5 o'clock. We'll do a draw and somebody will be lucky and win a spool of filament from Polymaker. And if you're wondering if it's good stuff, it is, because I've been using a ton of it. I finished off the 4th of the 5 kilogram spools that I got. So I am running low on bulk filament. So I'm gonna have to hit up Polymaker and resupply myself because I am running low. Because fun fact, power armors take up a lot of printed parts. Really interested in this one because it has been so random. Yeah, I honestly just want to get it out of the box and just start going on it because I really want to see how my machine is. Because I know, was it Zombie Hedgehog got a lemon, issues with the extruder and whatnot. Somebody was saying in chat, Sam Prentice also had an issue. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It seems really well packaged. I'll give credit where credit's due. Got our little top hat here with the manual. Everything's wrapped up. Kaif, why are you putting words in my mouth? Am I gonna talk shit on the printer? Why are you assuming that? Please elaborate how I'm talking shit on a Chinese printer before we haven't even unboxed it. Because it looks like you're coming here with some sort of pre-deposition, or you're assuming what my outcome is going to be. Because newsflash, I judge everything based on how I see it as it comes. So if this is an amazing printer, it's an amazing printer. If it's a lemon, it's a lemon. So here we go. So we shall see. Although, you know, I've been rooting for Creality to turn their shit around for a bit now. And let's be honest, they kind of are. The new Ender 3 v3 or whatever version they're up to now seems to be okay. It's just they keep getting plagued with QC issues. Creality's downfall has always been quality control. And considering the types of emails I get from them, from their marketing department, there's no clear line of communication because, you know, I'm currently talking with them about getting a laser. And when they first reached out to me, the requirements were completely different. And it's like, you got, what the heck, guys? What the heck? For the rant. No, things get rants when they deserve a rant. This thing is still in the box. Although, I do like how they do this. There we go. Oop, I should have moved the lid. If you're gonna put your printer in a box, put it in a bag. So that way you can just pick the bag up and it comes out of the box. See, now the box is empty. Simple as that. See how easy that is? So we got the K1C here. It has a, oh, that's a spool. I thought it had a poop chute for a second. It just has a spool holder on the back. That. Could be Boeing. I know. I mean, we could shit on Chinese printers all you want. Let's be honest, most printers except for Prusa's are made in China anyways. Doesn't matter where you get them from. I mean, I love LDO. LDO is a Chinese company. But yeah, we can all agree Boeing is shit when it comes to quality control. Because here's the thing. If an Ender fails, yeah, your printer don't work. When a Boeing fails, now, should I just be going like this and just ripping stuff out? Probably not, but that's what we're doing. Got some goodies in here. Comes with a little, little filter. Ooh, it's got like 4 pellets of charcoal in there. I'll show you in a second. That's a box. Oh, I see they learned from Uncle Jesse. They learned from Uncle Jesse. The gantry is not held in place with any zip ties. A lot of time you'll see Core XY's gantries, they'll have them zip tied so it can't move around. This one just had foam holding it in place. So it is, it is free to move. And apparently it's the extruder is the thing people have issues with usually. Oh no! How will I dispense democracy if I knock over my Helldiver armor? Okay, I hate this tape. Let's see if this actually peels off nicely. Half the time this tape doesn't. Hey, it worked. Okay. What's this? Cool. What's this? Well, that... Okay. Side panels are plastic. Side panels are very thin plastic. Oh, and usual YouTube disclosure, Creality sent me this printer. I never signed a contract. They're not paying me. Words and opinions are my own. If you want to know a little more about this printer or purchase one for yourself, Link in the description. It is not an affiliate link. It's just a link to Creality's page for it. So if you do want to buy one, go ahead. I don't have an affiliate link with Creality. So buy it from wherever you buy your usual Creality products, I guess. Okay, so that, is there anything in here? Nope, that's just cardboard. It's louder than a bamboo? Well, we'll find out. I mean, I got my VZ bot playing back here, so I'll be honest, the VZ bot is currently my loudest printer. Okay, so we got apply glue before print. Okay, class, since when has this become a thing? We all got on this PEI hype train, and now everyone ships with these plates. Bamboo started it, where why are we going back to glue? Textured PEI, it works with everything. Like, Prusa figured it out, and everyone was copying them, and then all of a sudden Bamboo comes out with an engineering plate that says you have to put glue on it. Now everyone does plates with glue. Just go to straight PEI. A plate for PLA. I've got one plate, and it's for PLA. Seriously? Is there only one plate? Okay. The C stands for carbon. Why would it not come with a plate labeled for carbon fiber? Just PLA. Why would you sell an enclosed printer with a plate that is literally just for PLA? It's the A plate. Do I have a B plate underneath? Nope. Well, we got indexing points, so at least we got that. Okay. Why would you sell an enclosed printer that has just a PLA plate? You can drop the Prusa chat and sheet. I've got a bunch of Prusa plates. We'll probably swap one. It's just single-sided, yeah. And you can't use a double-sided because you can't even flip it over. It's not like you could flip it over and put a sticker on the other side because it has the little scrubber area built into the plate. So, not what I would have done. Okay, so I'm assuming this is our tools. So we got some tools. We got a bunch of stuff. Squeegee, glue stick. We got the roll of Creality white PLA. We got the touchscreen. I'm assuming this is a touchscreen. Is it just meant for PLA CF? Well, it should be meant for everything. It's an enclosed Core XY modern high-speed printer. You should be able to print everything except for engineering plastics on this. Let's be honest. Okay, see how easy this snaps in. Okay, that goes there. Is that locked? Yeah, that's locked. And that should just index on that and snap down. Nope. Why don't you want to fit? Come on. There we go. Okay. Before applying power, please check the voltage to avoid damage to the machine. Okay. So where can I find the voltage? There's the power in. Where can I find the voltage? It says I need to adjust the voltage. Where is the voltage? Is it on the bottom? Nope. How do I adjust the voltage? Oh, it's on the side here. There we go. Yeah. Grab a screwdriver. Okay. There we go, 115. There we go. Oh, unpacking steps. Cool. I will say it is a nice little form factor. I do like this form factor. I do like this form factor for a printer. Like the nice enclosed, although what I don't like is this. Quit putting spool holders on the back of your printers, guys. Or if you are, how hard would it have been just to put like, you know, hey, you can mount it here, you can mount it here, you can mount it here, you can mount it here. Hey, how hard is it to put some tapped holes so we can mount spools wherever? Because once you start getting multiple printers, you can't get at the back of them. Why are we still putting spool holders only on the back of printers? Why are we doing this, guys? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Give us options. Options, people, options. Okay, where is, we've got a handle. They include pre-sliced files for side-mounted spools. Do they? Well, if they do, then good for them. What I really don't like, oh wait, we do have one. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to check that. 1 second here. If I can get this bag open. Yeah, where's my knife? First thing you changed on the K1, nice. That might be the first thing we print on this as a spool holder. Okay, so this goes like this, I'm assuming, and then this goes, I'm assuming this goes like this. That's tempered glass. Let me actually look at the manual. I want to make sure I mount the handle correctly. Copying bamboo means copying the bad stuff. That's what annoys me the most about the current state of commercial 3D printers. Every now and then I check subreddits, right? I check like the 3D printing subreddits and like other communities. And somebody made a post like, oh, hey, I'm looking at this printer. I'm not gonna say exactly which printer it is. But it was like not an uncommon printer, but like it was a printer. And I'm not finding any reviews for it. Why are there no reviews for it? And I just wanted to be like, because it's pointless to do a review on it. Oh, look, they do have printed options for the side. Nice. It's pointless to do 3D printer reviews nowadays because they're all the same. Like it's like either it's as good as the thing it's copying or it has issues. Very rarely are we coming across printers that like blow stuff out of the water. It's either, yeah, it's as good as the rest, or it's, you know, a dumpster fire. Okay, so that part goes on the other side. Okay. Attach the buffer strip. There's a buffer strip? Okay. Oh. Do they give me tools? Did they give me tools? Give me, where's my Allen keys? Give me some Allen keys. They did give me Allen keys. I dropped something and I don't know what it is. Oh, it's screws. The magneto is something new. Exactly. And I won't be doing a video on it till it's at that point. Tempered glass, milling pieces. I'd rather have tempered glass than not tempered glass. If you're gonna do a glass front, it better be tempered glass. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. Yay! Self-tapping screws, awesome. Where's my screwdriver? To top chat instead of, it's always defaulted to top chat instead of live chat, and yeah, it is super annoying. It's really annoying. So I finally saw Dune on Wednesday. We went out. Wait, why am I doing that? I could just do this. Whoop. We went out, me and the wifey, and we finally saw Dune 2 on Wednesday there. So good. So good. So good. tinted glass is dumb. For the front panel, yes. For the sides and top, I like the, here's the thing, I like the look of tinted glass. But yeah, you're trying to see what's going on with the printer. How much you want to bet it's tinted because Bamboo did tinted? Like, that's the problem. Like, I don't know if these companies are doing stuff on their own anymore or if it's just copying. Like, it's so disappointing. It is so disappointing that it's just like, yeah, it's just like, you know, we do the same thing as the other guy. That's what we do. Okay, so powered on, whatever. Apparently I gotta put this on here. There's, attach the buffer strip on the inner edge of the top cover. What is this for? Like, why am I putting a buffer strip here? Is it, oh, it's because this will rub against it. So, well, okay, yep, camera angle. Gotta fix my camera. I moved the camera. Whoop. There we go. Probably should have had it in the right. There we go. So because this chain will rub against the top here, they give you this stick-on piece of rubber to prevent this from getting scratched. Did it include a camera? I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out in a second. Okay. Okay, so I put my buffer piece on. Okay, that seems reasonable. When printing low temperature filaments like PLA and flexibles, remove the top cover if the room temperature exceeds 30. When printing high melting point filaments such as non-PLA and non-flexible, be sure to keep the forming taper temperature with the top clear cover closed to avoid cracking of the mold. English. When was the last time you heard of like it's to avoid cracking of the mold? That, yeah, come on guys. Can't just have one guy on your team who speaks English just kind of make sure the warning is in English, proper English. It'd be warping or cracking of the part, not mold. This isn't an injection molding machine. You know, it's the same forces at work. It's not an injection molding machine. Okay, is that everything? I think that's it. And then you just power it up. Yeah. Okay. Cola, what? Why did you say you like to seem hostile as fuck? I'm not hostile. I'm critiquing. Hey, cool. Do you want me to just sit here and gush over this printer? Like, what's the point of, you know, reviewing it if I'm not gonna critique it? Like, Creality has been in the North American market for a decade, and they still have spelling and grammatical issues on warnings. Like, take 2 seconds, don't just copy and paste your warning into Google Translate. Like, you want to get up on that next level. You want to move on from building the same generic V-wheel bed flinger again and again and again. You're trying to build more premium machines. You're trying to capture, you know, not lose your market segment, because newsflash, it's not Prusa that's scared of Bamboo, it's Creality. Yet you keep doing the same stuff. You keep falling over the same problems again and again and again and again. So because others have had a lot of issues with this printer, I'm going to be fairly critical of it until it proves me otherwise. But I'm giving it benefit of the doubt. What's in here? Oh, aha! Ooh, bunch of people here. Hi, Zombie Hedgehog. Fine addition to the collection. Like, they're doing all this stuff now with, like, trying to community grow and whatnot. But it would be nice for them to actually take the steps for the machine. Okay, so last thing is we got okay, there we go. So select language, click next, remove 3 screws. Okay, so we got to remove those screws that are inside. Okay, where are those screws? So there's some screws in here I got to remove. No Haribos? I still have Haribos from the Prusa because we never finished the Prusa one yet. There we go. So it's got 3 screws that hold the bed down. I can get them out. Also, could we stop the unnecessary brand loyalty? We don't really do that here. That's not really a thing here. Everything gets judged critically of its own accord. But yeah, don't be loyal to printer brands. Don't be loyal to any brand. Unless you work for a company or you're directly involved in something, why are you simping for a company? That I never got. I never got that. Like, hey, I have a bias towards Vorons. I cannot review Voron printers critically. I am biased towards Vorons. I'm on the Voron team. So that is a reason for me to have a bias. I simp for Vorons because I directly am involved with Voron design. But like people that just buy a printer and just white knight it to the end of the time, I don't get that. Well, they gave me a thumb drive. I don't know why they gave me a thumb drive. It's running Clipper, but I got a thumb drive. We got a power cable. I got an extra filter. And these filters, I think, just click on. Yeah. So you get this little filter here. And, okay, let's see if you can see it. It does have some charcoal. Here, let me put a white page behind it. There we go. It does, you can see, it does have some charcoal in there. I don't know if this is enough charcoal to do anything, but it does come with that. And it just kind of, I think it just goes like that. Just, okay. I don't know if that'll do anything. I know the Nevermores have a lot more charcoal in them. Like, will that even do anything? That's a feel good. That's got to be a feel good thing. And it's glued shut. Oh, wait, no, you can take it out. So you could make this better, I guess. Okay. Is that it? Small amount of graphite powder on the x-axis wait, what? Keep the blue cube in the figure, cleaner debris, then click OK. Okay. There may be a small amount of graphite powder on x-axis optic axis after high-speed printing for a long time, which is normal. There may be a small amount of graphite powder on x-axis optic, which is high after high-speed printing. I know it's got a self-loop, like it's got a graphite bushing. That I understand that, but like again, you want to come out with a premium printer, you're going to be judged as such. Like Creality's a big company. Creality's a big oh, okay, it was already on. And they have people that work with them that are native English speakers. Have somebody just go through your manual, go through the stuff, give it a once over. Because of this whole installation guide manual, this is in English. This right here is all different languages. Yeah, this is the same thing in just different languages. So they probably just Google translated it all. But yeah, this is it for the manual. Okay, so there's that. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we got English next. Remove the 3 screws. Okay, we've done that. Welcome to Creality 3D printer. Please keep the blue cube in the diagram clear of debris and click OK. Okay. Preface. Thank you. Oh God, there's a privacy policy. Thank you for choosing. Oh God, do I want to read all this? What information do we collect? Information unrelated to personal identity. When you're using Creality service, you may collect and summarize information such as user origin and access order, blah, blah, blah. It's a really slow interface. Cookies, Crealities contain cookies. There's cookies? Cookie. Pushing messages, show and push goods and services. Cool, they could send you push notifications apparently. Next. I didn't click agree, I just clicked next. You don't have to, wait, look at this. Ready? Previous. Okay, I'm not clicking I agree. Okay. So you don't have to agree to their privacy policy if you don't want to. I'm going to put my Wi-Fi credentials in now, so you don't need to see that. Enter. Okay, we're connected. Time zone setting. We are UTC -5. You could set to the privacy policy. Reconsider. Creality cloud binding. Your consent is required to use the service. IoT. Next. Okay, I don't want to use Creality cloud. I'm trying not to agree. I want it because here's the thing. This is running Clipper. I want to know what they've done. So start detecting. Okay, so it's going to do a little self-test now. Okay, let that do its thing. It's running Clipper. Clipper doesn't have a it's running Clipper. Who reads manuals anyway? So kind of thought I was plugging YOLO. I never agreed to the the thing, so. And once we get it online, I do have a webcam I'm going to plug in. It better work with all webcams. 1, 2, 5. Oh, it does have a print. It does have a camera. Where's the camera at? It does have a camera. Where's the camera at? Where are you at? Oh, it's right there. Okay, take the little sticker off of it. There we go. Hey, it does have a camera. How's the frame rate? That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh no, that's not potato cam. It's better than the P1P or the P1S. Does the manual have a Portuguese section? It's got Spanish. It's got French. It's got Russian. Para su convencia lea este gua rapido. It's got another language. It's got German. It's got Chinese. And that's it. It might have Portuguese. I don't know. How close is Portuguese to Spanish? ¿Cómo está? Cerveza Cristal. So now we wait. It's doing a self-test. So now we're doing input shaping. Ooh, cool. It's a Creality better filament plan. Better with Creality original filaments. So it's got this little like cheat sheet here that tells you nozzle temperatures and bed temperatures and print speeds and volumetric speed. That can't be right. According to this, with generic ABS, its max volumetric speed is 9. That can't be right. Yeah, according to this, the max volumetric speed for ABS, which is the filament they use for speed benchies, is 9 millimeters cubed a second for generic ABS. No! Nine. What? People use ABS for speed benchies for a reason, because it flows really fast. Not 9. 9! It's not 9! And yes, we're using the Creality PLA because that's what we got. It's Hyperpla. It's Hyperpla. Do you guys like Hyperpla? I like Hyperpla. There is no heater. There is no chamber heater. It doesn't need a chamber heater. You don't need a chamber heater for an enclosed printer this size. Chamber heaters are only if you want to print like the really Gucci stuff. Like, I've printed PEC on just an enclosed Voron. That Toasty Boy right there has no chamber heater. It just has a bed heater and some fans, and it prints PEC. You don't need a chamber heater. The only time you put a chamber heater in a printer of this size is if you cheap out on the enclosure and it bleeds air like a mofo. And you need to put a chamber heater in there to make up for your heat loss. Because, like, for example, the X1E Bamboo's printer with the chamber heater, the rated temperature that it says it gets to is as hot as my normal Vorons just enclosed sitting normally without a chamber heater. So, Ultim, I don't think this would do Ultim. Don't think this would do Ultim. It's doing something. So according to this, we can see where's my console? Oh God, what did they oh my God, what did they do to you? Clipper, what did they do to you? Is this fluid? I don't know what this is. Okay, just for some perspective. Okay, oh no, that printer is offline. Printers, okay, EasyBot, okay. This is all functionality you should have. See all this? Look at that, look at that, look at that. There, you get like, this is all functionality that Creality has removed from the printer. Why? Why did you do this? Why do you make more work for yourself to make the printer worse? Why? Stabby Unicorn, $99.99. Mike the TV approves. Thank you, appreciate that. Holy shit, Stabby Unicorn, thank you. They released rooted firmware, you just need to update. They released it? Did Creality release it? Creality K1C firmware. Try port 4408. Try 4408. Nope. 4409. Nope. You can root it from the front UI. You can root it, then run the updates. Oh, it's doing a nozzle cleaning thing. Does it have power off resume? Usually not. Most printers that run, if you're running Clipper, you can't really do power resume. Oh, fan's kicking on. Auto leveling. Oh, it's doing a nozzle clean. So it's turning the fan on to blow any debris off the bed for leveling. 18 months, cheers. You need root access first. Like, this is what I don't like. This is running Clipper, which is an open source firmware. And they have purposely gone in there, removed any mention of Clipper, and have removed a ton of features and capabilities of it. Why? Like, that's what I don't like. They're trying to make it's their own thing, and they're making it worse. Because what does everyone do now? They root their machine, the very first thing. So why did you waste time hiring engineers and people to redesign the entire user interface when you could have just shipped this shit with everything here already? Why? Support reasons. They have an option for power users and remove supports. Well, here's the thing. Their support ain't great to begin with. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. If you want to use Clipper, use Clipper. Or, hey, just have a button right here, advanced mode. Have an advanced mode button. By clicking this button, you agree you may break your printer because you can now modify the config. Cool. Why are you hiding it behind all these extra steps? Just put a freaking advanced mode button in. If you want to have a simplistic user interface for your users, I shouldn't have to root the machine to get back the functionality you purposely removed from it. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Their typical user would be overwhelmed, but you're just assuming now. Because now, hey, I'm a power user. I'm going to avoid this printer because you purposely made it baby mode. Why would you segment the audience like that? Just have an advanced mode. I mean, your slicer does that. Your slicer has beginner and advanced modes. Do it with the firmware. It's not even the firmware. All the features are there. You just deleted them out of the web UI. It says wind speed. Wind speed. Yeah. Wind speed. 0% wind speed. Come on, Creality. I want to like the printer. I want to like the printer, but you're already. How's it look underneath? That's not too bad under there. Cable management's good. I really don't like the fan being attached to this really thin panel. It does have a nozzle probe. I do like nozzle probes. We got 3 lead screws. It is enclosed in the bottom too, so it's not like you can get your hand in the belt. Are the belts crooked? Belts are still crooked. That's always cool. Keep knocking that over. Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, John. Welcome to the club. So they took fluid, make it look like crap, and then slapped a copyright on it. I don't know if they copyrighted it. They can't copyright it because it's based on open source. Like it's an open. Clipper is open source. You're allowed to take Clipper and modify it, but anytime you modify it, you have to disclose your source. So you have to release your code that you modified. And then also, you have to give credit. So I don't see anything in here that says Clipper, you know, thank you, Clipper. There's nothing in here giving callouts to Clipper. I'm sure you could find it on their site, but you know, it'd be nice to have a little, you know, inspired by Clipper, because it's not Creality print, it's Clipper with a skin on it. But you know, I'm not the one trying to hype up the company to their investors. I'm trying to figure out if they made an okay printer. What was that little wiggle? There you go, as far as shipping some Clipper modules in binary without source code. Yeah. Yeah, but copyright. Oh, I know the Fluid team. Again, I'm involved with Voron. I talk to the devs and whatnot. So is Magneto still CoreXY? No, it's not CoreXY. It's not CoreXY. Because it's 2 linear motors. You can't do CoreXY with linear motors. It's a gantry machine. Yeah, the C stands for carbon. I guess it has, but the thing is, it stands for carbon. That's a brass nozzle, unless it has an insert. Or actually, is that a brass nozzle? I don't even know. I should probably actually, let me pull up their actual webpage for this. All products. K1C, suitable for carbon fiber. So I'm assuming it has a hardened nozzle. Tri-metal unicorn nozzle. I don't know about you. That looks awfully similar to a Prusa nozzle. There you go. Cool. Okay. So now what? Self-check complete. Okay. Do we got any files in here? Okay, can I load filament? How do I load filament on this? Oh my... Really, Creality? Really? Like... Seriously? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Boop. So, that looks a lot like what, you know, that guy has. But, extrude, retract. Okay, so we... How hot is my nozzle? How do I heat up my nozzle? Okay, let's heat the nozzle up. Light on? Okay, light on, light off. Heating that up. So we got 3D Benchy, Delta Filament Barrel, and okay. So that's just the speed test, which is pointless. We're gonna do it's got a 16-minute Benchy. Let's see how that does. But apparently, please apply glue before each print, or before print. So let's put some glue on there. We got the glue stick number 8102. I prefer the 8101 personally, but you know, that's just what they give you. Because, you know, modern enclosed high-speed Core XY machine. Make sure you put glue on your bed. I want to like you guys, Creality. I want to like you. I want you to succeed. But, okay, let's see. Okay, extrude. Oh, filament's going in. How much am I extruding? I don't know. Is it moving? I don't know. I don't know what it's... Oh, is it still going? It's still going. Okay. What can I extrude from here? What is this? Okay, that's in increments. Can I not load filament from control? There's you said. Okay. I can't load filament from the web UI. You can't have it extrude filament from the web UI. Why can't I extrude filament from the web UI? Like, you hit the extrude button, it doesn't tell you how much it's extruding, it doesn't tell you the rate, it just grays it out. I need more information here, guys. I'm flying blind. I'm flying blind. Yeah, what's the bed mesh look like? There's the bed mesh. How much is it out? A millimeter. Okay, go ahead. No. I hit something. Oh God, what's going on? I hit escape. Extrude. Yeah, I know it's 220, but like, I'm trying to load filament in there. I don't even... Is it engaged? Like, is that oh, that locks it, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, apparently I had to hit the lock button on the extruder. Okay. Okay, filament. Oh, there we go. Hey, we got filament finally. Wow, that fan really blows to one side. Now, is the part cooling fan only blowing one way? Or is that just... Okay, you can stop extruding now. There's no way to hit stop, so I guess it's just gonna keep going. Okay. Okay, Benchy. See how this goes. I am really not liking this at all. The neutered web interface here that's lacking a ton of critical functionality. No, not good. Don't like. Let's hope the print quality and the mechanics of this printer can save it. How's the noise? Not bad when it's closed. What fan is going? Why are you... This is at max already. Why is this on already? Side fan off. Okay, now it turned all the fans off. Okay, so what do we get for web UI? That. Oh. Okay, so there's the web UI. Dude, can I live adjust Z? Well, we'll find out if I can live adjust Z. Warming up the fan. Is that a chamber fan? It's a curtain air fan. It's not a heating fan. It's just curtain air. So it's doing a nozzle clean routine, it looks like. You're late, what did you miss? Not much. So it's doing a little nozzle clean routine there. Okay, that fan's kicking on. I used a script to install all the real-world Clipper goodies on the K1C in about 5 minutes. I would say the speed. I adjust its nozzle meshing, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping you can live adjust Z with this. We'll find out. But it's only 0.1 millimeter increment, which is nowhere near enough. So you got pause, stop. You got that. Yeah, we're missing a ton of functionality. I have to critique the printer as it ships. Yes, you can root this and put normal Clipper on it. But I'm not reviewing a modified K1C. I'm reviewing the stock machine. We're taking a look at the Helldiver server collapse. Why is it collapsing? I was on there last night. I was squishing. I was smacking bots on Tien Sha or whatever that planet was called for my mech suit. Damn it! I got crushed by a meteor for democracy. Yeah, I don't like the font. I don't like the font. The ability to root it is a key feature. Here's the thing, it shouldn't be a feature. It shouldn't be a feature. It should just do it. It should just come with normal Clipper. I know the mech suit is done. I woke up this morning, I logged in, I got like 100 free medals. It was great. Because we liberated Tien Sha or whatever the planet was called, and then there was another one that was ongoing that we won. The top cover will scuff, that's fine. How often do you look through the top cover of your printer? Okay, so what is it doing now? It's doing a bed mesh. Print out the riser with speed bumps. What do you mean the riser with speed bumps? Forgot how Creality is connected. Well, I purposely said no to all EULAs. I haven't agreed to anything with this machine. You know how you get the little pop-up at the beginning that says, oh, to agree to Creality Cloud. Yeah, I skipped all of it. So you could still log into this machine without agreeing to anything. Turned out pretty good. Is it? No, it's down. Oh. Does it go down? Okay, the PTFE tube keeps it from going down all the way. It's, well, it's probably warped, but there we go. Thoughts on the Fallout trailer? I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm probably gonna binge that. So what's the K1C? Apparently this is just the update for the K1. This is like a, are they still selling the K1 or did this replace the K1? I think this is a more let's be honest, the K1 when it first launched had issues. Is this just like the revised one? Because the CEO of Creality is my grandfather's friend. What? What did you say before that? Okay, but what do you mean how they're connected? What do you mean connected? Connected to what, though? The K1 Max. So basically, the only difference, like, I think they changed, like, mechanically some stuff, but, like, does the C just mean it has a hardened nozzle? Is that it? But to be fair, I'm not downloading Creality Cloud apps. I'm not installing their slicer. We're just gonna, I'm pretty sure Orca Slicer has a profile for this machine already. And that's what we're gonna be rocking. Let's see here. They changed the extruder a little. Yeah. Hardened extruder gears, and this model has different size pulleys to get rid of VFAs. Okay, so that's good. Let's see. Creality. Comgrow, Creality. K1, K1C. There we go. Boom. There's the K1C profile. That's not the K1C. Where'd it go? I thought I loaded it up. Where'd it go? Printer. Add a printer. K1C. There you go. Confirm. Bamboo, Magax, Magax. Where is the Creat? Where? Am I blind? What are you going to do after you root your Sonic Pad? Oh, I broke the Sonic Pad. I threw that out. That was my first layer. Too close, but good enough. Okay, you guys can watch the print. Well, I try and figure out, should be at the top? Yeah, it's not. Oh, I might have to delete some profiles. I have too many, I think. How do you delete a profile? Is it printing nicely? I don't know. We're starting the first print on it. This is the demo speed benchy. Yeah, I don't know why the Creality K1C isn't showing up in here. Maybe if I close it out. Open it back up. Go to edit. It's on the top right to the save icon. Oh. We got 600 people here. Cool. Hi, everyone. Like the smash button. Don't forget to enter for your chance to win some Polymaker Filament. At the end of every stream, we give away a spool of Polymaker Filament. Okay. See if I can get rid of all these extra ones. Oh, can't get rid of that. Okay, maybe now I can add the Creality. Yeah, I have no idea why the Creality isn't showing up. I have it selected in Orca Slicer. Like, it's right there. Try to. And it's not showing up in here. And I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. How's the camera stream? Pretty good, actually. It's good. It's a good angle. It kind of sucks that it doesn't actually capture the very front of the bed. But the camera stream is pretty good condition. Why? Jason, it's quite simple. The reason they modify the firmware and they scrub Clipper from it, they call it Creality Cloud, it's investors. It looks a lot better when you come out with a product to your investors and financial backers. If you go, hey guys, we developed our own firmware. It's called Creality Cloud or Creality Print or whatever. Creality Print. It's just an investor thing. It looks way better when you have your own thing instead of like, hey, so we just, use Prusa Slicer as the basis of everything like everyone else does. So, just trying to figure out why I don't have the printer showing up in Orca Slicer. How's the noise? The fan's louder. I would say the fan is louder, but it's hard for me to say because it's been a hot minute since I've ran my Bamboo with the curtain air fan on. Normally I don't use the curtain air fan. It has lights. Yeah, it has lights. It has lights. Off. On. Yeah, it has lights. Like a vacuum cleaner? No. Yeah, okay, can I add the Cobra? Okay, I don't know where, I keep trying to, I added the Cobra, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be, maybe it's the beta. Maybe it's because it's the beta one. Get rid of you. Yeah, I don't know why the Creality isn't showing up in... Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up. It bugs out, restart Orca Slicer. I did restart Orca Slicer. Okay, the Cobra shows up now. Then where's my Creality? Okay, let's remove the Cobra. Remove the Cobra. Remove the K1C. Okay, remove the K1C. Confirm. Okay. Close Orca Slicer. Close Orca Slicer. Okay. Let's open Orca Slicer. Show you. What do you mean show you? Show you what? It's not. You go here. Okay, so there's no Creality printer. It's showing an Anycubic for some frickin' reason. I don't know why. Go there. So let's add a printer. Don't want the Cobra. We want K1. Yeah, see? K1 selected. Confirm. But the Creality won't show up in here. Maybe just a regular K1. Can I just do the only difference, mechanically they should be the same. Like slicer profiles should be pretty much the same for both, right? What about the regular K1? Can I put the regular K1? Nope, not showing up in Orca. I don't know why. Restart your slicer. I've restarted it like 20 times, guys. Clear all the selected ones. I don't want to clear all the selected ones because I have a whole bunch of custom profiles. Have you tried leveling the bed? Nope. It's a brand new machine. Yep, still not showing up. Oh well. Oh well. We got the hull line. Well, it didn't get rid of the benchy hull line, but that's kind of always going to be there with benchies. Yeah, this is super annoying. I don't know why it's not showing up. Yep, I don't know why. You know what? Let me download the newest version. Maybe it's... I'm running the nightly build of Orca Slicer. Maybe download a newer version of it. Clearing all selected won't delete your current profiles. I just got the K1C. Okay. Well, here, let me download the newest version because maybe I'm running an older version of the nightly build from January 22nd. Oh no, that's... Oh no, there we go. Newest version of the nightly build. I'm running the nightly because it's got the Magneto X in it. There we go. Use what it comes with. Ain't no way I'm installing a Creality slicer in here. Let's be honest. I'm not installing Creality Slicer, because let's be honest, Creality Slicer is just skinned Cura. I'd rather use a slicer that I actually agree with and I like. Scarf seams? I haven't actually tried scarf seams yet. Does it have independent Z? No, they're all belted together. It's just one. It's just one thing. A trash can be. Well, here's the thing. It's not that it's sus software, although in my opinion it is. It's simply the fact that it's nothing special. It's the same thing like their web UI. Like all it is it's Cura with the skin and their profile baked in. It's a profile, it's settings. You can use it in any slicer. And I like, you know, I prefer this one. Okay, let me clear all profiles. Clear all, clear all, clear all, clear all, clear all. Like even right now, the clear all, clear all. Yeah, it's not working. Oh well. What about Bamboo Slicer? I haven't fired up Bamboo Slicer in a long time. Be an option. Well, I'm running the nightly build. I'm running the latest version of Orca. Bed looks lower on the right side, probably. But you're also looking at a webcam feed that's on a tripod that's crooked on a garage floor, and the garage floor is slanted. So. I don't even know, does Bamboo even have a Creality K1 profile in it? Like, the thing is, I would have to update it. So. Orca doesn't hell there. Prusa Slicer. I don't know, does Prusa Slicer? Let's try Prusa Slicer. Because here's the thing, you can put your profiles in anything. All these slicers, you can just, you know, reach out and put in a GitHub pull request and add a printer. It's not, like, it's not rocket appliances. I know they support, but do they have any profiles baked in? Other vendors. Creality? Yeah, they don't have the K1s. No, they just got. How many times has Creality? Oh my god. Okay, so we got Ender 3. We got Ender 3 with the BL Touch, Ender 3 Pro, Ender 3 Neo, Ender 3 V2, Ender 3 V2 Neo, Ender 3 S1, Ender 3 S1 Pro, Ender 3 S1 Plus, Ender 3 Max, Ender 3 Max Neo, Ender 4, Ender 5, Ender 5 Pro, Ender 5 Plus, Ender 5 S1, Ender 6, Ender 7, haha, Ender 2, Ender 2 Pro, CR5 Pro, CR5 Pro H, CR6 SE, CR6 Max, CR10 Smart, CR10 Smart Pro, CR10 Mini, CR10 Max, CR10, CR10 V2, CR10 V3, CR10 S, CR10 S Pro, CR10 S Pro V2, CR10 S4, CR10 S5. Where's S3? Is S3 not good enough? CR20, CR20 Pro, CR200B, CR8. That's a CR8, okay. Yeah. Creality. Creality. They name them like Audi cars. I mean, let's be honest. They just go into the back warehouse and grab whatever parts they can find and slap them together. And oh, this is now the this. Okay, I can add an anchor M5. Hey, the benchy's done. Remove the anchor M5, confirm. Okay, so can we add the Creality now? K1. No. They don't use carbon rods? No, they use steel rods. That I'll give them credit for. Because at least they didn't copy that part from bamboo, which is smart. Can we do the K1 Max, maybe? No. Creality machines just will not work in Orca Slicer. Okay. Is that a magnet? Yeah, it's a stick-on magnet. Okay, so we got a benchy. It's got a little bit of a brim. What's wrong with carbon fiber rods? They're not worth it in my opinion. They wear down. They add debris to your printer because it makes graphite dust. I don't like them. I don't like them. They're consumable. They're too much of a consumable, and it's not worth it in my opinion. It's a marketing gimmick in real world use. I don't know. It's a benchy. It's got the Hall line. All benchies have. Layer stacking isn't great. I will say this is in white, so my camera's going to blow it out. But we do have some layer stacking inconsistencies. Overhangs are good, which I'd expect. I'd hope overhangs would be good on anything with curtain air cooling. But yeah, other than some layer stacking inconsistencies, which aren't that bad, like you got to hit it in the right light to see. It's a fine benchy. That elephant's foot? No, it prints on a brim. Prints on a little brim. It's not elephant's foot. Although the first layer is a little squished, but I don't know about you. I'd take an over squished first layer than a print falling off the bed any day. The latest thing. Yeah, I'm on the latest nightly build too. It's not letting me add the K1C for whatever reason. K1C, confirm. It's just not showing up. Yeah, can we add the 0.6 nozzle one maybe? No. And the Anycubic Chiron. We have this one? Nope. I don't know, it's just being buggy. Yeah, it's just being buggy. I think, here, let me install the not nightly Orca Slicer. Let me install the not nightly Orca Slicer. Download latest stable release. Installer. There we go. Use the portable. Oh yeah, we'll do the portable. That way. Yeah, let me do the portable here. Extract all. Get the Creality print slicer. Great, crashes on me all the time. Yeah, that's why I'm not using the Creality slicer. Like, it's a printer. It should work with any software. It should work with any slicer, any web UI. Like, yeah. Portable will remove his profiles. Impossible. Yeah. Yeah, we tried. It might, for some reason, Orca Slicer isn't adding half the printers in the dropdown. Also, wow, that's taking forever to unpack. I think the little guy's home from school. One second, I'm gonna go see who just came home. Unmute. There we go. Most of the pieces of the stream aren't the target audience for this printer. Doesn't matter. Like, here's the thing. Like, I hate that whole, oh, it's the target audience. No, you should be worried about building the best device. That's the thing. Like, and here's the thing. Why would you purposely make something gimped so that as a user learns more about a hobby and wants to do more things, they're now limited because you decided to gimp the machine from the get-go? Like why would you purposely why would you purposely gimp your machine? Why would you sell a car that can't do highway speeds aimed at beginner drivers that legally can't drive on the highway, but then they can drive on the highway as they get more experience? Because in Ontario, that's how it works with your G1 license. You can't drive on any 100-kilometer-an-hour roads. So why would you come out with a car aimed at beginners that can't do the speed limit on a highway and then limit them? Like, why? Okay, prepare. This is... Okay, so we got the K1. K1, confirm. Okay, so we got the K1. There we go. Okay. Downloads. What are we going to print? What are we going to print? What are we going to print? I want to print something that isn't... What are we going to print? Rocket engine. That ain't gonna fit. Scale. There we go. What's the max Z on this? 250. Alright, so slice plate. So this is generic PLA. I don't know what these are. Okay. Okay, cool. Standard Creality, cool. Slice plate. Yeah, my camera glitched every time. Glitchy! Oh, now it's not going to do it. Ah, there we go. Okay, so this is going to use 146 grams. That's enough on there. Export G-code. Put it to downloads. Okay. Okay, Creality Cloud up. I'm like, where's the upload and print button? It's like down here. You can always limit it. Yeah, with the copyright stuff. Nah, kinda. There we go. Okay. Start printing. Yeah, it never told me to level the bed. The manual doesn't say anything about leveling the bed. Can you even level the bed on this? Are there adjustment knobs? Nope, no adjustment knobs. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about leveling the bed. Scan the QR code for Creality Cloud. Nope. Your printer should be able to operate without requiring a cloud service. Auto level? No, it auto levels. It doesn't auto tram. And the bed is out of tram. You can tell it's out of tram by the mesh. See how this corner's out? It's the whole bed itself is like this. So while it can mesh it out, it can't tram it out because the motors are all, it's only one Z motor. What's on my t-shirt? Pay money wubby. don't need no stinking bed level. We got a nozzle probe. Exactly. Built-in 3-screw. Yep, like everyone else. You know, I give King Room a pass for the KLP1 because at least they didn't do that. They just have a traditional bed. How long is this going to take, by the way? 4 hours. How fast is this going? There's the speeds and feeds, acceleration. Cool. I wonder what is my max speed? Oh wait, I can't. Wait, actually. What would be the port? 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 44. What's the port? Oliver gifted a community membership. Cheers. And Trogdor gifted a 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. 22. Oh. Try 8080. Oh yeah, 8080 is like the generic one, isn't it? Update printer. Nope. 4408. Printer. 7125. I think that's what we had originally. Yeah, it doesn't have Moonraker. See, I was gonna see, because in Clipper you can actually have multiple printers in the same web UI. So I was hoping I could just, you know, pull it in and get access to it that way. Yeah, if it doesn't have Moonraker, then we can't get at it. So if it's missing Moonraker, what the hell? How is it working without Moonraker then? Because you need Moonraker to talk through. Moonraker is the API layer. How is it working without Moonraker? Default to 20? I mean, we could try 20. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm not a huge fan of this. Wow, that first layer is very low. That first layer is very low. Okay, can I live adjust Z? I've only got 0.1 millimeter increments. What about on the touchscreen? Live adjust Z. Root account information. What does that mean? Okay. Yeah, you can't adjust your Z offset. There is no way to adjust your Z offset on this. What the hell? How do you not have the ability to adjust your Z offset? How is that not a thing? How can you not adjust your Z offset? Am I missing something here? I know you can't on a Bamboo. I know you can't, but I kind of trust Bamboo a little bit more than Creality when it comes to auto Z offset. And also the fact that normal Clipper has the ability to live adjust your Z, because obviously it ain't right. I'm too close to the bed. I'm over extruding on my first layer because I'm too close to the bed. Like they took a fully functioning operating system and they removed features. Go to the setting, enable root. Yeah, but I have to wait like 30 seconds. Can I do it mid-print? Also, I'm leaving this on because I want to see if it gets knocked off again. Settings. Root account information. Okay, I gotta wait 30 seconds before I can hit OK. Config expert mode Z offset. Is that a thing on the touchscreen? Whatever. I think you're just pulling my leg at this point. Settings under offset. Okay, well, let's take a look here. So, system, expert mode. Oh! Okay, it's buried. So, if you have a print going, and you're like, oh shit, my Z offset's up. I gotta adjust my Z offset. Okay, there. Expert mode. There we go. And then you can adjust your flow and PID. Okay, so you can do it, it's just in a really weird spot. I don't like that. I don't like that. Can't even do set. Admiral Adama. Where do you see the console? Where do you see the console to input that information? Where do you see the console? Where? I don't see no stinking console. See, this is my problem. I'm coming from, I'm not gonna say I'm a power user, but I'm coming from, you know, having a certain expectation of what a printer can do that is running Clipper. And this is running Clipper, and that's like saying, hey guys, I bought a Corvette. You wanna drive it? And you get it, and it's like, yeah, so I ripped the engine out, and I put a Predator engine from Harbor Freight in it. It's still a Corvette though. Like, it's missing basic functionality that exists. Okay, let me root it. Account is root. Password is Creality 2023. Remember, guys, trust them with your cloud information. Their security is amazing. We're in. How leveled is the bed? Down a millimeter. High spot to low spot is a millimeter, roughly. I would put Kiao on it right now and do all that, but it's printing. Yeah, if somebody wants to link the way to unfuck this machine in the Discord, that'd be appreciated. I really shouldn't be modifying it this early, but straight up, if I was to review this machine as it is right now, I don't know if I'm going to do a full review on it, but straight up, like as the machine is right now, I deem it unusable. I would not add this to my farm as it is right now with the way it's set up from the factory. Open your dev console in your browser. How do you open up, like what, hit F12? Is this hacking stuff? Is this what I'm doing? By the way, the stock bed mesh is set to 50 layer compensation. Ooh, I mean, to be fair, that's not a huge issue. It's just, it's gonna be meshing for a while. Is it really that unusable? I wouldn't say it's unusable. It's just, it's feature lacking to the point it would annoy me to the point where I would never use the machine. Simple as that. Like, can you add it in here? Let me. Yeah, like even right here, straight off the bat, you can't just import the URL into Octoprint or into like straight up. Like Orca Slicer has the ability with Clipper, you can just put in the IP address of a printer. Okay, so let me, we got Toasty here. Is Toasty on? Toasty's on. Okay. Oh, froze on me here. One second here, spot. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. So you got the VZ here. Place you can hit print and you can access it right in. Wow, that is really glitching out right now. But the Creality, you can't. But the IP address? Nope. So right there, oh, okay, it does work. Then why was it giving me that error? Let me see here. Okay, slice. What the heck's going on? Yeah, it's being real laggy on me right now. This is a 3700X with 32 gigs of RAM. It shouldn't be laggy. Come on. Also, that white is really blowing out the sensor. Oh, well, apparently you can upload directly from it. So then what was that error? What was that error it gives you? Could not connect. Dock type. But it does work. Okay. Whatever. Uh-oh. Search Guluzi helper script on Google, K1 version of Kiao. Okay. But no, it's simply, I don't like the fact that I don't have a console. The fact that, there's no console, there's no way to live adjust the Z offset in your UI because I'm not always in the room with the printer. The amount of times I've hit remote start on a print and looking in the webcam going, oh, I need to raise it up or raise it down a second. It's just, when you're used to working with this, and you have all this capability and functionality and whatnot, and then they give you this, where you got exclude object, bed mesh, temps, files, and basic controls. It's lacking. It is lacking. This is an Apple. This is an Apple going, hey guys, you can only plug 2 monitors into your laptop, and if you plug in 2, the screen on the laptop turns off. That's what this is. Should compare it with fluid. I don't have fluid on any of my machines right now. But yeah, I know it's not a copy of fluid. They clone. Well, actually, it is a copy of Clipper. No, there is no expert mode in the web UI. I know Zombie Hedgehogs was a lemon with the extruder. Mine seems to be okay though. Mine seems to be okay. I got a feeling I'm gonna if I don't have a lemon machine, it's gonna boil down to mechanically it's fine, but you have to fix the firmware. Destinol in chat. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do it all. Like, I'm not going to do it midstream right now because the printer is printing. But, yeah, helper script. There you go. Only use this with firmware 1.3.2.1. Okay, well, which version do I have? I got 1.3.3.5. What? I hit show me the version and it's trying to do the it's going through the setup again. Skip. Okay. Okay, whatever. It went through the setup again. Okay, whatever. Mainsail, fluid. Yeah, use whatever one you like. Zombie returned his today. Ah, okay. Why do all manufacturers have that pre-built clipper machines that use fluid instead of MS? Because the first one did it and now everyone does it. I don't know. It's like they all copy each other. It's so disappointing. There's a reason I don't review printers, and there's a reason a lot of other 3D printing YouTubers don't do printer reviews anymore. It's because they're damn near pointless, let's be honest. It's because everyone just copies everyone, and there's the Magneto is the most exciting thing to come out in 3D printing since Bamboo X1, in my opinion. Because it's actually something different compared to this is just Creality version of that. That's what this is, the Creality K1. It's Creality's version of a Bamboo X1. Or P1, technically. Like, if that's how you describe this machine, that's how you describe all the other clone Core XY machines now. They're just XYZ's version of X. It's getting really annoying. It's getting really annoying. There's a reason I build printers instead of review commercial printers. So. K1C is 57 on the Hedgehog scale. So if it's a 57 and he returned it, what's an under 50? You'll see crappy linear motors in no time. I doubt it. Linear motors, the ones in there are custom. Like, they're not cheap. Like, you can't just go on and just buy off-the-shelf linear motors that work in a 3D printer. I will say, the camera's really nice. Frame rate's a little, I think it's like 15 FPS, but it's holding a solid frame rate. I give the camera credit. How can I see what hardware this is running? So we've got, does it only have 200 megabytes of RAM? It only has 200 megabytes of RAM. What? It's a dual core with 200 megabytes of RAM. And that CPU is pegged. Okay, just put in perspective. Let's pull up printers, VZBot. Okay. Pull this up here. Okay, on the left is the K1, on the right is my VZBot. So this is running a Raspberry Pi 3, I want to say. Yeah, it's a Raspberry Pi 3, I think. Just look how much it's hammering that dual core versus the VZBot. I'm a little worried about how much this thing's being hit. That's a lot of continuous load. Remember, the VZBot's printing right now too. So if you want to know how much the printers are being loaded, yeah. Yeah, there is not a lot of overhead here at all. Do I have root? Yeah, I'm rooted into it right now. It's H-top. David, it's H-top. Just H-T-O-P. Why is it running MPEG stream for a Kinect cam? Must be. Well, I don't know what it's using for the webcam on this, because I don't have the ability to adjust any of that. I have English and Chinese, and no, I don't want to restart the cancel. That reboots. What does this do? That's a button. Clicking it, nothing happens. Leaves a lot to be desired. Do an LSPC. Okay, 1 second here. I gotta log back in. Sure. Oh yeah, there's no e-stop in here. There ain't an e-stop in here. Where is the e-stop at? Is there an e-stop on the front screen? I've got an X. Yeah, there's a pause. There's no e-stop. There's a start-stop button, but there's no e-stop. There ain't no e-stop. Yeah, the power switch. Okay, what is this? Somebody want me to do? Do an LS PCI. There you go. Really ain't much there. Cat proc CPU info. This is running a Xburst 2 base that. Ingenic Xburst that. Okay. I don't know. SSH. You can push a button. You can go into like there's something on the console that'll give you the root command. LS release 8. But okay, I'm not going to run random commands that that people post without like them telling me what it does. My K1 crashes when doing input shaper. That means it has less power than a Pi 2. Like a Pi 02. Oh, which Debian it is. Okay. Oh. Nothing. I don't know why it's doing the 2 question marks before. There you go. LSB release under A. Yeah, nothing. Doesn't say anything. D message. Ooh. Hey, you get a bunch of stuff there. No more free data. Out of total data group. I don't know. It'll be a dual MIPS 32 plus SM. So, why do I got a feeling they really cheaped out on the controller? I'm almost afraid to put normal clipper on here. How'd that turn out? Oh yeah, that came out real good. So what do you think? If you're wondering why there was no video yesterday, this is why. So if you're wondering why there wasn't a video on the channel yesterday, I was working on this. Now you know what? Well, here's the thing. Apparently you can put normal clipper on here. What is it? It's a Helldivers 2 helmet. I gotta put some foam in it and whatnot. And it does fit on my head, although you gotta like, I gotta put like tape or rubber bands because it doesn't quite fit. It is really tight, but you want it to be tight. Otherwise you look like a bobblehead. Ow. Oh great, I've got tape stuck to my beard. Ow. There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing I did with the Mando helmet, where I have to wear a neck gaiter because the beard sticks out. And this will sit right about like that. So, freedom. Yeah, it's the Galactic Armory one. Balaclava. Now I have a neck gaiter that I use for it. I got like a black neck gaiter that hooks onto my ears and it works really good. I used it with the Mando one. Yeah, there's. Ooh. There we go. Now print a full-size exosuit. Well, you say that because here's the funny thing. here's the rest of the suit. So the only piece that I'm missing is the front chest piece, which I actually have. I already printed it, but I didn't realize I could print the one piece one. So I printed it in 4 pieces and glued it together. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I can print the one piece. I have a big enough printer, so I can print the whole piece, chest piece, one piece. So I don't have to blend out all these seams. So I'm reprinting that. But yeah, like, here's the back part. From the back. Actually, then I got another bucket of parts. So all the back armor and everything. So. No, the exosuits that were just, I know they were just unlocked, and I already got a set of power armor I'm working on too. Printing this in white was a horrible idea because it's just blown out on the camera. Let's see if I can fix this. Can't feed. Okay, configure video. Where is exposure? Okay. Turn off auto exposure. There we go. Now you can actually see what's going on. Patreon. That's what I did. It's like 20 bucks a month. So I figure I'd just do it at least for the 1 month and download everything from the file, and then that's it. How many hours? Oh, for printing? Okay, I started printing everything Sunday night. Sunday night, I went, hey, I'm gonna print everything. I started with the helmet. It is now Friday. That'll be done. I had everything done yesterday morning, but I realized I could fit the whole front chest piece on here in one piece instead of the one I made out of multiple pieces. So it took me 4 days to print everything on a VZBot, an K1C, and a Voron V2. 3 printers took me 4 days to print the helmet and everything for the suit. And I have a whole other helmet here. Like a 100% scale helmet, because I actually scaled the helmet down. Because the original helmet I did was 100% scale, and this one is 94% scale, and it fits my head better. It's smaller. This one is too big. This one is too too big. It's too big. I look bobbleheady with it on. What material? It's all ABS or ASA, mixture of both. Actually, this is mostly ASA. Mostly, I think. Yeah, it's ASA because it was printed on that one. Although this is Polymaker, I think. Yeah, it's all Polymaker. It's all Polymaker, ABS, or ASA, essentially. Or wait for the Nighthawk V2. Linus the Bastard Cat, if you have already started it, you might as well finish it. And then build another printer and put a Nighthawk in it. What would you say are the most precise and accurate 3D printers for low tolerance engineering prints? It's quite simple. It's quite simple. I'm going to answer this in, it's going to sound extremely sarcastic, but I'm being truthful. This will work. This is a NEMA 17 motor. All 3D printers use NEMA 17s. They all use the same gears. They all use the same belts. By nature, as long as your printer is built mechanically well, they all have the exact same tolerancing. They all have TMC 2209s with 32-bit controllers running NEMA 17 motors. Most of them are 1.8 degree steppers with GT2 belt. Mechanically, they are all accurate to the same degree. Just get one that's built well with a good extruder and take the time to tune your slicer flow settings. It's all slicer settings. It's all about slicer settings and having your flow rate tuned, essentially. Simple as that. Because this will print something as accurately as my Vorons, as a VZBot, as the X1. They all print accurately. The whole dimensional accuracy for engineering, yeah, that's a bullshit marketing thing. Anytime you see a printer like, oh, we have XYZ accuracy. Cool, you all do, because you all use the exact same hardware. You all run TMC drivers, except for Bamboo. You all run, you know, 32-bit controllers. Like, it's all the same. It's all the same. Best overall camera, whatever you get cheap and fits in the enclosure. I use all kinds of different controllers or webcams, whatever I can get cheap, essentially, because I have a bunch of printers. Do I want to make this darker? I want to make this darker. Do I have any gloves? Did I throw out my gloves? At least I might have some gloves. I don't have gloves. Okay, I'm gonna make a mess. No notification. Make sure you ring the bell, and then also join the Discord. I do an @everyone when I go live. What drivers are in a Bamboo? They don't have drivers. They use H-bridge. They use, funnily enough, the exact same kind of controller setup that DJI uses for their motors. Same chips too. The same Spintrol MCU too. Kind of funny. It's almost like there's a parts bin they're grabbing parts out of. Ah, there we go. There's a glove. Is there still a reason to buy an industrial? Well, what do you define industrial? Like, are you talking like Stratasys or Polymaker or anything like that? Yeah, if you work in a company that's paying for it. If the company's paying for it, they require support and certain features that, you know, those machines have, then yeah, it makes sense to buy it. But like, it really depends. Like, I wouldn't buy this machine for an industrial use. I wouldn't buy a Bamboo for an industrial use. I wouldn't build a Voron for an industrial use. It's different markets with different goals. Put some more darkness on this. Now that I have it together, I can try to make it look dirty. This is just diluted black paint. Just heavily diluted black paint, essentially. Yeah, just heavily diluted black acrylic paint. And you just kind of dab it on everywhere. Yeah, it's democratic grime. And try not to get fingerprints on it when you do this. It shows up pretty obviously. There we go, and then you let that dry. And you get a pretty nice, easy patina look. Because the paint came out a little bit lighter. I was hoping for it to be darker. It's black stainless steel is the paint that I used, the spray paint. So I was hoping it would come out a bit darker. So I'll probably just rely on the black wash a bit more, actually. Put some in there. But you don't want it to get streaky. That's the thing. Watch it around. There we go. Dirty. Need some yellow goo on it. I might do that later. I kind of don't want to. I kind of like the look of like clean, dirty armor. Like worn armor that's been taken care of. That's kind of like the look I like. Go. Don't forget, we have like 50 minutes left on the stream. Wow. This took a lot less time than I thought to get it set up. So don't forget, we are doing the giveaway at the end of the stream. So if you haven't entered yet for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, link in the video description. Yeah, I got to build a vacuum former to do the mask. Or do the goggles, which actually that's what I need to print. Let's fire up a printer right now. Will you do? Yeah, I already answered that. So let's do. We'll use Tallboy. That's loaded up with a bunch of filament. Pretty models. Scroll down to the Helldivers helmet. Where is the visor buck? Then scale 94%. Voron spec. ABS. Should just have ABS. Where? Oh, yeah, whatever. Ooh, glitchy. How's the Milo going? We're almost done. Next Tuesday, we're going to be getting it going. Ooh, actually, 0.1 layer height. That piece, but the problem is I have this. Woo! That's always funny. The piece I have is scaled 100%, and I need 94%. There we go. So I gotta reprint it. And then I gotta figure out how to make a very easy. I'm just gonna try printing a vacuum former. I'm gonna just try printing a cube with a no top layer, with just the grill, and see if that'll work as a vacuum. We'll figure it out. Have you thought about doing lightweight PLA content? Maybe you should make an airplane. I've thought about it. I have a spool of lightweight PLA. I've tried it. I printed some quadcopter frames with it. I don't like it. It's stringy as heck, and it's not the strongest material. There's a reason they use it for like wings in vase mode. Is next week? Next week is March break, so it's going to be early streams that are shorter. So next week, the Tuesday and the Friday stream will be 11 to 1 only. Did my taxes? I have not. I have not, unfortunately. I gotta get on that. Also do PLA. Well, the problem is, like, I don't really do planes. There's a few, like, 3D printed planes and quadcopters. There's a few things I've been wanting to do. I just haven't gotten around to doing them. Because they all have downsides, usually. Oh, the Rick is going to see Dune. Enjoy. It is very good. What else do we got? We got some screws. They gave us some metal grease. Metal grease. We got a thumb drive. No label on it. Not plugging that into my computer. And a power cable. How good is the wiring on the power cable? Yeah, it's okay. Multi-strand. 16 or 18 gauge? I think it's 18 gauge. Well, it's 16. It's 18 stranded. It's 18 gauge stranded. Yep. Close to 20 stranded, but that's okay. Garbage. Got a million of those cables. Oh. There we go. I turned off my noise canceling for a second. I'm like, oh, that's loud. Putting the VZ bot in this. Unlabeled USBs from China. I know. In the bin. I'm actually using the filament that came with the printer for once. That's surprising. It does have a filament runout sensor. That is nice. It's got a little sticker over it. I don't know what it does. Louder than the Magneto? When it's going full tilt, yes. How are the motors on this? Ah, okay, the Z motor's hot. Yeah, the motors are running hot too. They're running warm. Going further into the series. From my understanding, the first and second books are good, and then I think you pretty much after Children of Dune, it kind of goes downhill, if I understand correctly. Using PTFE wire for Vorn, I got an alley, okay? For mains, as long as it's the right gauge, you should be okay. Goes off the rail. I mean, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody turns into a half-worm hybrid god emperor for 3,500 years, so, yeah. Dune gets very weird very quick if you follow the series. Yeah, it gets weird, but it fits the story. Yeah, it gets weird, but it's in-universe weird, so. Do. The movies do. Yeah, well, they've only... The first book is the least weird of all the books, too, so... I just like bookstores where there's nobody to root for. That's the thing, like, that's one of the things, like, there is a protagonist, like the main character of the books. Just because they're the protagonist doesn't necessarily mean they're the good guy. Like, Creality loves their small build plates. They do. They kind of, they got their two, ew. Ah, how do I breathe? They got their 220 size and they kind of stick with it. People are getting mad about the and some perceived societal trip. It takes place on a desert planet 20,000 years in the future. There is no analog. Like, okay, yeah, there is an analog. Like, obviously, spice is an analog for oil, and the Fremen are Sunni is their religion, which is a mixture of Sunni Muslim and Buddhism, if I remember correctly. Like, yeah, it grabs elements, but it's also a sci-fi movie set 20,000 years on the future on a planet full of giant worms. Like, it's a white savior story. I mean, to be fair, Frank Herbert was inspired by Lawrence of Arabia for a good chunk of it, but it's not... You can see the whole, ooh, white savior, but that's only for the first part, because after Dune, like, it starts on Dune, but it takes place over the whole universe. So yes, he's the white savior to the Fremen, who then he uses and completely conquers the entire galaxy afterward. And after he moves off Dune, well, actually, I think he still sets up the, like, it's more to it than that. What do you think, K1C or X1C? Neither, P1S. P1S with upgraded hot end that's hardened, and get the metal extruder gears and send it. Also, the whole point of the book is that power is not good. Like, the whole thing of him becoming the savior, like, it's acknowledged that the whole prophecy and everything is planted specific. He's using them. It's straight up called out that he is using them. For the ends justify the means, and he knows what he's doing. Like, the whole thing is set up that way. Yeah, it's a warning about charismatic leaders. Exactly. Does he die in a motorcycle crash later? I understood that reference. Nope, he falls off a bridge. Actually, no, well, it depends. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. But falls off a bridge in a couple thousand years. Bamboo's hot end shit. Bamboo's hot end's not shit. Bamboo has a pretty decent hot end. Like, okay? Are you saying it's shit because it's not super duper, you know, fire hose flow? If so, cool. Get the obsidian one. Problem solved. Yeah, guys, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Although it's kind of hard to spoil it. It's like a 60-year-old book. Yeah, it's very much Monty Python. It's I am the Messiah, I am not the Messiah, and then he is the Messiah. He's the Lisan al-Qaib. Freaking, what's his name, calling that out constantly throughout the movie. See, by him saying he is not the Messiah, that means he is the Messiah, because he is humbled. Xavier Bardem, so good in that movie. It's scary because at first, because the whole thing about charismatic leaders, so it's very scary because at first he's like, you know, Stilgar's like, oh, I see signs, he is Lisa Al-Qaib, right? Like he's humble about it, right? He says he's not the Messiah, but he is the Messiah because he's humble. And then you're like, ha ha ha. And then as the movie goes on, he keeps doing it, and you could tell he actually believes it now, and he's like fully falling into it. And you're like, oh shit, he does have that kind of power over people, and he doesn't like he has that power over people. Like it's such a good movie. Such a good movie. And then they ride a dune, or they run a sandworm, and there's a guitar riff, and Patrick Stewart's there for some reason. It was really cool. Yeah, and then all for the golden path. What is your opinion so far on the K1? It looks pretty solid. As long as I don't have a lemon, which just going off of how it's printing so far, I don't think I have a lemon machine. Hardware-wise, I like it. I like the form factor. I like the aesthetics of it. I like the physical machine. Holy shit, I hate the firmware. It is running a neutered, butchered version of Clipper that's lacking a ton of functionality. You can't even do Z offsets in the web UI. There's no console. It's a pretty okay machine hardware-wise that you need to unlock to actually use properly, and I can't judge it on community stuff. Like, that's the thing. Like, they sent me the printer. I'm gonna judge it as it is, and the way they sent it to me, I personally don't like the web UI. If I had this, well, I have this machine. Here it is. I would not be using this in a farm just because of the web UI. It would annoy me. It would annoy me, and I wouldn't use it. The CPU and board, yeah, the CPU is also very weak. We had the H-top console up, and it's a dual core CPU with only like 200 megabytes of RAM, and it's hammered. It's fully maxed out pretty much. So. Patrick Stewart was a good Gurney. Although I will say Josh Brolin was a way better Gurney, let's be honest. There we go. Darkened it up a bit more. There we go. That looks better. The yellow lines were an absolute... Taping these lines up were an absolute nightmare because it's curved on an angle. So you're trying to put the tape down straight and it keeps crinkling and creasing. And then the paint kind of like gets underneath it and then you have to like try and clean it up. But... oh yeah. Came out so good. Now I just have the whole suit to do. So I'm waiting on a nice day that I could just sit outside with my sander and do all the parts at once. So I got it all recorded. I am going to be doing a video on the helmet. It was supposed to be yesterday's video, but obviously like the helmet's not done. I was rushing to try and get the helmet done for this week's video, but I didn't get it done in time. So there's no video this week. So next week's video will be the helmet. Yeah. Now I have to hate watch the sci-fi. I remember watching Children of Dune on Sci-Fi as a kid. Like, I remember that. New Dune has much better pacing than the... Well, yeah, like the problem with David Lynch's Dune is because it adapts the entire book in one movie, and it has to like go, go, go. Really want to know who Tim Blake was going to be? I don't know. They missed a bunch. Like, we haven't seen a navigator yet. We haven't seen a guild navigator yet. They say that. Yes, I was on Tien Shen or whatever that planet was called last night fighting bots. It sucked because I was doing it with one other person and we kept getting rained on by meteors and bot drops nonstop. It was an absolute, like, it was a bloodbath. So yes, I know they got mechs now. The miniseries, though, I give it credit. It is very low budget, obviously, but they managed to actually adapt quite a bit of it pretty well, from my understanding, if I remember correctly. Is there supposed to be? No, you can unlock root access from the touchscreen, and then you can root into it and run a script that'll let you install normal Clipper on it, which I'm going to do after this. So. I might, you know what? I might just make a quick video on how to do that tomorrow. I'll do it after the stream and then I'll just do it. There's getting options for other books now that he left. So my understanding is Dennis Villeneuve wants to do one more movie because there's a nice cutoff point in the second book. You can outro it. You can basically, because the Dune series is basically the story of Paul and his kid. So there's Paul, who we've met, and then his son, who basically carries on. But you can make like 3 movies because Dune Part 1 and Part 2 is the first book, and it pretty much ends where the first book ends. Different outcome. They changed some stuff, but it basically ends at the same point. You could make Dune Messiah into a movie and end it at a certain point where you can end it quite well, but leave the room open to if somebody else wanted to do Leto the Second's story, they could. Denise, yeah, sorry, French Canadian. Sorry, it's Denis. It's like the money sign. Somebody left a comment because on my video from where is it? Which video was it? Yeah. So on the thumbnail for this one, oh, that video did pretty good. I put the $sign after the number, so 10 and then that. And somebody's like, why did you do that? I'm like, because that's how I learned. I went to a French school up until like grade 6. And in French, you put the money sign after the number, which makes sense because you say $10. So you would think it would go 10 and then the $sign. $10. You don't go $10. So that's how it is in French. So because I learned how to do that in French, that's why. What the heck is that heat coming from? It is warm under, what the heck? It is 35 Celsius here. Part of me wishes I didn't do a long print. I should open this up. Yeah, there's an exhaust fan underneath. It is warm here. The power supply is right there. The power supply is right here. Yeah, because the power supply is right there, so the power supply is kind of warm. No, there's no motor here. The motor is inside. They actually have the Z motor inside the chamber. Some BattleTech movies. BattleTech would be kind of cool. Would need some work adapting though. Is it the bed AC or DC? I don't know. It is heavy metal though. Let's take a look here. There is a board under here. Hard to say. They got 4 load cells in there. It's hard to say. I don't know if the bed is main. I'm thinking it's... I don't think it's mains, because Creality doesn't usually do mains beds. I don't know. Would it say in the documentation anywhere? They gave me stickers. 3D printing makes me happy. I love how they're trying to make like the cutesy focus. Focus on the stickers. Focus. There you go. Integrity, innovation, responsibility, and teamwork. Innovation? After sales service card. No, the feet were on the printer already. Warranty policy, 1 year. What is not covered? Cool. Oh, we got a little scrubber. What is this for? Because this isn't big enough to fit in the nozzle. Time to spin the wheel? No, we spin the wheel at 5. Although I may end the stream a little early. I'm starting to get hungry. And this printer seems to be printing links, so. You want to make a printer of Beyblade. Why do you want to make a Beyblade? Oh, just like a white lithium grease. Or like a super grease. So this is metal grease. Actually, that's not a bad grease. It's nice and sticky. To pull the brain out through the nostrils. Isn't this how you get the probe out before you go to Mars? Like, this is how they're tracking you. You put it up in your nose and you pull it out before you go to Mars for 2 weeks. Move the camera. Do this camera angle. Oh, there we go. What, did he even go to Mars? Was any of it real? I don't know. Actually, is that the camera moving or is that the... Here, let me... There, not have that resting on that. There we go. So any movement you see is my bench moving. That's the whole point. You're not supposed to know. It's supposed to be ambiguous. Hey Nero, Vitali or CHV2? Are you talking? What? Is that a question? Are you talking about like the tap? Are you talking about the machine tap thing? If so, I haven't used the Chaotic Labs one. I've used Vitali's one and I like it. Vitali's one is on Tallboy and it works really good. I haven't used I have a Chaotic Lab tap that I might put on a printer at some point. I just don't know which one. Actually, I might do that on the LDO V2. We'll see. I might put I might put on the LDO V2 because that one needs a rebuild. I need to put a better extruder on it. Can Cheaty be trusted? Their little X-Smart is interesting. I mean, what do you mean trusted as a brand? Cheaty's been around for a while. Cheaty has actually been more of a prosumer-centric company in the past. That seem to be dabbling more in the entry-level market a bit more than they used to. I have several Cheaty machines. I don't use them regularly just because of the types of printers I use and whatnot. They don't really fit in my workflow. But I have used several of their printers in the past, and I've got nothing bad to say about them. But I will say there may be better options in specific use cases. That's the thing. Remember, there is no best printer for everyone. Anytime somebody says, hey, what's the best printer, and somebody blurts out an answer, that person doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. There is no best printer. Every printer has pros and cons depending on the use case. Now, don't get me wrong. There are printers that are good in a lot of use cases, okay? But if somebody just says, what is the best printer? I need to buy a printer. What do you recommend? That is not enough information to give an answer. So, what do you think of the 70s? I really love the Rivian R3. I think looks really cool. I like that look. I love the retro futuristic kind of 80s style we're starting to get back. Am I gonna buy one? No, I don't have the budget. I got a Subaru Crosstrek. I bought that last year. I gotta pay that off first. So, have you discussed the Prusa Delta printer? It's not a Prusa. It's a Prusa Pro. Yeah, it's a more commercial market printer, light industrial use, prosumer, and commercial printer. It's not really an at-home machine. What is best printer? Which printer is best printer? The A1. I mean, to be fair, gotta give him credit. The A1 actually hasn't started any fires. Now the A-Net on the other hand, or Creality's on the other hand. I mean, heck, even old Prusas had some issues back in like the Mark II days. The best printer is whatever printer you have that's loaded with the filament you need at that moment. Simple as that. Steve! Hey, Steve! Got your 453 and kept the refund for what? Ooh. What printer makes you the most comfortable? Any of them. Here's the thing. If I am actively using the printer, I have no qualms about letting it run lights out. Like, simple as that. Any printer that I actually have set up and able to print, like, you know, so right now, in this room right now, I have a VZBot 330, a Bamboo X1C, a Prusa Mark IV that we're gonna get it up and running tomorrow. We just gotta finish the enclosure for it. A Voron V1.8, a Trident that is currently down with a broken wire harness. We're going to be fixing that at some point. A V2.4 Tallboy and a 2.4 LDO kit. All of those machines, I have no qualms about running them lights out. Inside, I've got another V2, two modified Mark IIIs. One's just a Mark III with a Revo Roto. The other one's a 3.5. A V400, and there's one more. The Rat Rig 200, V-Core 3 200. Those are all machines that I have plugged in right now that I have no qualms about loading up a print, hitting print start, and walking out of my house for 8 hours. Those are the machines I use. Now, granted, I use the ones out here more than the ones downstairs, but those are all the machines that I have like on, ready to go. Any Savals? No. I don't really use the Savals because they're not enclosed. I print a lot of ABS and ASA. For me, if a printer is not enclosed, it doesn't see a lot of use. Simple as that. Like, that's the reason I was so happy when Prusa reached out and like, hey, do you want to show off the Prusa enclosure? I'm like, yes! That means I can put a Prusa in an enclosure and actually use it out here. So. And then I also have the Magneto, but that is a separate case because it's for testing and evaluation. It's a pre-production one. Oh, your A1 refund. Cool. Buy a P1S. It's a much better machine. It's much more capable. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. Your views on printers and whatnot, as you use stuff and as you get into a routine, you do become biased. For me, like, the reason I don't like this is the web interface. I'm so used to, you know, having full control over my machine. When you give me this, that's like, oh, so you know how you've been used to eating, like, you know, you're an at-home chef and you make these beautiful 5-course meals with like fresh fruits and vegetables and meat, and you take the time and it's beautiful dinner every night. Yeah, here's a shitty army ration that has two things. Succulent dinner, granola bar. I will say though, good camera. I do like the camera. What's the minimum chamber temp for ASA on the P1S? There is no minimum chamber temp. Okay, here's the thing. ABS and ASA and materials like those, they print better the hotter you can get. Simple as that. If you get too hot, you run into issues of droopiness because the whole thing is basically a puddle. So don't get too hot. Don't get like above 80 or 90. But the hotter the better. Simple as that. You'll have better results at 30 versus 20. You'll have better results at 40 versus 30. Simple as that. If you could get a chamber, I have printed ABS on a Bonsai, which is like a 12-volt machine I built out of spare parts with a cardboard box on it. If I can print ABS prints beautifully in that, you can print ABS prints on any printer that's enclosed, as long as you have an all-metal hot end. Don't be cooking PTFE. 40? If you can do 40, you're good. Anything above 40, you could start actually running your part fan on low for cleaner prints. Although you will take a slight hit to layer adhesion. But yeah, 40C is plenty hot enough. Yeah, drafts. The biggest issue you're gonna run into with printing ABS is changes in temperature. You basically wanna print the whole print at one temperature and then slowly let it come back down to room temperature homogeneously. If you don't do that, you can crack the prints. I don't think I have an example of that available. I might. Let me take a look. I don't think I have one. But yeah. What can happen is if yeah, here. Actually, I might have one. Let me. Why are you going? Oh, it's an overhang. I think one of these has it. I might have fixed it. Did I fix it on one of these? Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. I don't know. It's one of these parts. I can't find it. I'm not gonna dig for it. But yeah, like, so for example, these parts here. So this is one of the parts. This is a shin guard for my Helldiver armor. You'll get cracking here. If you, like, this print finishes, chamber is nice and toasty. You take this, as soon as the print finishes, you pull it out of the printer, it'll crack. Usually it'll crack like here, or like right here, where you get like a thickness change. It'll crack on you. But if you let it like Come back to room temperature nice and gradually. And by gradually, I mean just basically after the print finishes, just let the bed turn off and wait till the chamber temp drops back down to like under 40. And then open it up. And you're usually good at that point. Because the last thing you want to do is print something that's tall and very thin with a lot of air moving around, because it'll crack on you. So. I've got a lot of parts of sand. Internal gips to 43. Yeah, you can pretty much hit print start right away. Like, I don't heat soak anymore. I don't really heat soak anymore. So far, other than the web interface. Mine appears to be printing pretty good. It's a little on the loud side, but hardware-wise, I think it's okay. I got nothing to critique hardware-wise on my machine yet. It probably has the same issues that a lot of current printers have. Yeah, it does. Actually, I'll be damned. Can you? I don't know. I'll have to do a better look. One of the things I hate about current trends in 3D printing is the lack of repairability. A lot of these enclosed Core XY machines are shit for repairability. Like, Bamboo, for example, your entire XY gantry is one part. You can't replace a bearing or a rod. You have to replace the entire XY gantry. And I think this one has kind of the same thing. Like, I don't know if you can replace these bearings without replacing the entire XY joint. So, like, that's my thing that I really don't like. That's the current trend in 3D printing, is lack of repairability. So. We still running 0.6 power. No, that's old information. You can run your bed at 100 now. That was based on information from Duet from years ago, and it doesn't really work that way anymore, apparently. Like, it's not the issue it used to be. How's noise compared to Bamboo? I would say a bit louder, but I have the door open right now. More fan noise, less motor noise than the Bamboo. Bamboo has louder bit and motor noise. This has louder fan noise. And for perspective, that VZBot I can hear inside my house. If I wake up in the morning and that printer is running and everything in the house is nice and quiet, you know, air and heaters off, everyone's still in bed, I just woke up, everything's off, and I'm in the kitchen making coffee, I can hear this machine in my garage. So I can hear the Bamboo from my driveway. It resonates. There's like a resonance noise that just, I find motor noise is more annoying. Motor noise, I prefer, here's the thing. If you're in the room with the printer, fan noise is more annoying. Outside of the room with the printer, motor noise, I find motor noise travels further. Fan noise isn't bad. You can drown out fan noise pretty easily. Motor noise, though, just travels. I don't know if it's the pitch or what, but motor noise I can hear inside. I can't hear the fans. Also, I print a lot of ABS, so usually I don't have fans going. So. Rockwool side panels. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, you could, but are you gonna spend 30 bucks? Like, here, you can. Once you start getting multiple printers, it starts to become annoying to have to like kit out every printer with a camera, to kit out every printer with a chunk of concrete for it to sit on, to put everything in a soundproof box. Like, if you only have one printer, it's different. But once you start getting multiple printers, you start to like find what works for you and tend to stick with it. That's kind of the thing. It's like the print farms that I see, people make print farms. I've seen a few print farms of Bamboo machines, and I'm like, holy shit, how like, What is the OSHA rules for decibels? The sound from audio. The thing is, those sound panels don't actually work too well. Like, you know, the foam sound panels that you can get from like Amazon, those don't really work too well. And even like, you know, you can get rigid ones, you know. What the heck is that? Was I supposed to take that off? Well, anyways, it's like, yeah, you can, you know, start stacking sound panels everywhere, but like here, mic, filters. Okay, noise suppression and the compressor are off. Music's off. So this is the printer as it is. Now, granted, it's not a clean sound profile because I got the VZBot going, so I'm going to stand between the printer and the VZBot so you hear the mic. So there you go. So if you wonder why I wear noise-canceling headphones while I stream, seems quieter than band. It doesn't really transfer over the mic too well. The motors are quieter, the fan's louder, but also I'm running the PLA, the side fan. I never run the side fan on my Bamboo, so. Have motor noise cancellation at all? Yeah, it's called a TMC driver, like every other 3D printer on the market other than Bamboo's. Noise canceling is okay, technically, you know, Prusa has it now on the 2130s, which you can only do on 2130s. You can't do them with 2209s because you can't talk. You need SPI control, not UART control for the drivers. So until Bamboo suddenly came out with their noise canceling, nobody cared about noise canceling because it's not really a thing. You just install TMCs, which are quiet drivers. So, you got the Apple thing. It always goes back to Apple. Bamboo wanted to be Apple. What does Apple do? They come out with something, they remove features, and then they add the features later, and they sell you it as, hey, it has this now. It's like, it only has this now because you removed it in the past. So they come out with a machine that's loud as shit with H bridges instead of drivers. And then they come out with something to make it, you know, more in line with normal printer quietness that we kind of expect nowadays. And everyone's like, oh my God. And it's like, cool, you did the thing you should have did from the beginning that you didn't do. Still tuned TMC. No, what Prusa does with their noise canceling on the XL is a completely different thing. Like, yeah, you still can tune TMCs, but you don't see the same outcome as you do with like whatever Bamboo did. Like, that was like a night and day thing versus like tuning a TMC is like, you know, tweaking. And I've never bothered to do it on any of my machines. That's what it's called, phase shift. Yeah, Prusa's phase shift thing is pretty damn cool, I will say. Makes it to Clipper. You need specific hardware for it to work. And that's about as much into it as I'll get. You have a Bamboo X1C in your office and it's super quiet. What are you printing on it? And at what speeds and feeds that it's super quiet for you? Because mine's not quiet. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Okay, let's do Wheel of Names. Okay, so every stream we give away a spool of Polymaker Filament. And if you haven't entered, you'll have another chance on today's Friday. Okay, you'll have another chance tomorrow. Okay, now I get to figure out who here is an old frog and knows old Simpsons. Let me see. Let me copy all these names first. Because which month has the lousiest weather? Did anyone put the right month? Which month has the lousiest weather? Oh, somebody got it right. A few people got it right. How many people? 10 people. 10 people got it right. 10 people got it right. 10 people got it right. Okay, I need a number between 1 and 13. I need a number between 1 and 13. Yeah, it's lousy Smarch weather. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, are we gonna get the line? Oh shit! Oh shit! We got, no! Damn it! Damn it! So close! Truck guy. Oh man, I was so happy for a second there. It was almost the line. So if you don't know, it's because there's only like 4 or 5 colors and they repeat. So if you have like an odd or an even number or whatever it is, like an indivisible, you get this like, you can see it here on this screen better. Like I can't see it, but it like when you compress it, you get this like extra red line here. So, but one of the days it's gonna be that person's gonna win. Oh, where'd my spreadsheet go? There we go. Happy, find truck guy. So congratulations, truck guy. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your information or collect your filament from Polymaker. Pew, 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 pew. How hot is this? 30. How hot's the bed? So according to this, the bed is 60. And according to this, the bed is 53 in that corner. 52 in that corner. And near the middle is 50. Now, granted, I'm using a not the most accurate laser thermometer, but according to this, it's reading 52 for the bed, not 60. Okay. So the thing is, though, how accurate is the laser thermometer? I don't have a reference point to verify that that is an accurate temperature. Can't run a PID tune now, can I? Okay. So I think we're gonna call it there. Yeah, we're gonna call it there. Let me see if anyone else is live that I can punt you guys to after the stream ends. If what's going on here? Why is my... Okay. YouTube is glitching out and it's not letting me control my stream. 1 second here. I might have to do a... There we go. Okay. Let's see. Can we do a redirect? Is anyone live? No. Yeah, nobody live. Okay. So we're gonna call it there. Initial impressions, unboxing went really well. Hardware-wise, I think it's an okay printer. I like the form factor. I do like the size. I'm a fan of this kind of size of printer. Mechanically, it seems okay. I really don't like the web interface it ships with. I really don't like what they've done to Clipper. I don't like the fact that you have to agree to things you shouldn't really have to use this printer. There's a whole EULA you have to agree to for like privacy and data sharing and shit. You shouldn't have to. It's Clipper. They should be running normal Clipper, maybe with a skinned interface. But what they've done with Clipper, I don't like what they did, and I'm going to be undoing that. So unfortunately, I can't review the printer as is with the default setup because I don't like the default setup. I think it's garbo. If you want to get one of these machines and modify it to not be neutered, it instantly goes up. The fact that, you know, the machine improves by you undoing what the company did to the printer is usually not a great sign, and I hope Creality learns. I really want Creality to succeed because, newsflash, when there's more competition in the market, you benefit. When there's not a lot of competition in the market, we end up with generic V-wheel bed flingers over and over and over again, and Thingiverse. So, yeah, Creality needs to sort their shit out when it comes to that kind of stuff, but they got good bones here. I think they got a decent form factor. They just gotta, you know, bring things more in line with the way things are going instead of, you know, trying to force people down the apps and all that bullshit. So we're gonna call it there. Tomorrow is Saturday, and we are going to be wrapping up the Prusa enclosure tomorrow. So we'll get that wrapped up. So it'll be a nice little evening stream tomorrow night. Yeah, so we're gonna call it there. It's Friday. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for them and more in the video description. Huge shout out to Creality for sending this printer for testing and evaluation. If you want to know more about it, link in the description that goes to Creality's site. Not an affiliate link. If you want to search, go for it. Again, not paid for this review. I never signed a contract. Words and opinions are my own. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. So we're going to call it there. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I shall see you tomorrow.